Ready to go on?
Yes, please go ahead and start back
Okay.
up.
Sam's excited. It's
Oh,
scary.
I've been here for this. Y'all saw me on Twitter. I was eating y'all up. I was eating them up anyways. I've been ready for this long form, not having to be limited, all those little
Uh,
characters.
Yeah.
all right, here we go. All right, we're
Like
going to the next
like in
segment.
The Wire when he was like, she. But this is the part we were waiting for. Now let's get into it. Reparations only polls at 32%. If you go back at 3 years ago, reparations was polling under 10%. We have moved the needle on reparations. And reparations is moving faster than gay marriage. I don't know how many of y'all remember, but in the late early 2000s, late 90s, gay marriage was polling. I don't know if y'all remember, but when Barack Obama ran, he was not for gay marriage. He evolved in office. Okay? So he's talking about what the percentages are. And also, if you look at the percentages, people under, I think it's 40, it's like 50 something, it's like 50% that are for reparations. So we are moving the needle, whether you like it or not. So you can't be like, oh, the numbers, we've moved the numbers. So for like, it's only 32%. Let's talk about what it was 5 years ago. Let's talk about what it was when Obama went into office. Yvette did that whole thing where she was talking about shortly after how Obama went in office, reparations was down to like zero. Nobody was for reparations. This movement was built organically by ADOS activists, period. That's what it is. It's organic, and y'all are going to hate it because it can't be shut down. ADOS, Black people, we're here, and we're going to come and save you because you need us. Because when we went to sleep at the end of the civil rights movement, your whole world crumbled. You let them offshore all your jobs. You let them turn you into Negroes because you wasn't paying attention. So we're going to come back and save you, and we're going to help you fight this fight. But you're going to give us reparations, because without reparations, we ain't helping you.
Facts.
Next, please, because I can go on forever, especially because this is not the first time we have fought against y'all. Sorry, forgive me, y'all. I'm going to try to keep this short, but I got to give a small little history lesson. So, 1776, plenty of ADOS slaves, we fought with the British because you people, your ancestors, those of you who have actually been here from that time, because a lot of y'all came after that. So for those of you who are actually foundational white Americans, sorry, forgive me, y'all. I shouldn't be so tickled by my own stuff. But so y'all were like, we need freedom. Britain's crushing us. This is terrible. And we were looking at y'all like, we slaves. Y'all have us and you want us to help you? No, so a bunch of us fought with the British. So this will not be the first time that we have fought against you. And this time we might get enough of us to fight against you so you really lose, and then everybody loses. But understand, at this moment, we are very happy with you guys experiencing ADOS Black life. You don't know how to pay your rent? That's ADOS Black life. You don't know if you're going to get laid off or fired from your job next week? That's ADOS Black life. Welcome to being a Negro in America.
Thank you, Sam. I think we're the only ones going to thank you for that. But
regard to 1776, it should not come as a surprise that almost by an order of magnitude, the Africans sided with the crown against the settlers, which also helps to explain the continuing animus against people of African descent, not least descendants of mainland enslaved Africans, because of the fact that we, and I use the term we, rebelled against this supposedly heroic project establishing the United States of America. It also sheds light on the fact of why I say in the book that racism, the term I use and have probably used in this conversation, is a necessary but insufficient explanation of what has befallen people of African descent in North America. Because if racism were sufficient, then it wouldn't do little to explain why it was that in the 1950s and 1960s, when African diplomats started coming to the United States and coming to this area and traveling up the highway from Washington to New York and stopping in segregated enterprises in Maryland, that the State Department wanted to give these African diplomats buttons to wear on their lapels so that they could be distinguished from we U.S. Negroes. Now, if these people were racist, they treat the African diplomats terribly too. So they're dark skinned, sometimes more darker than I am. But they're making distinctions between and amongst them. I think partly the condition of black people can be explained as a political condition, as much as it can be explained as a condition of racism.